necessarily reflect the views of KLEK 102.5 FM, the voice of Arkansas Minority Advocacy Council, or our underwriters or sponsors.
also public radio. And so it was through those experiences that I became involved in 2XX community radio, and we produced a 1-hour science program for the station, and it was aired every Sunday. And then I also became involved in the Australian Science Festival. Wow. And so it was those experiences that actually, I guess, kind of sparked, my interest in science communication. Okay. And also in, organizing events for the community that related to science. And so these kind of community outreach events. So when I took